to the Scamslam channel. I'm here to bring you content from both shady and some not so shady individuals on TikTok. Ever scrolled through your For You page and come across a sketchy scam or a questionable character? Well, you're not alone, and that's where I come in. On this channel, I'll be diving deep into the world of TikTok to expose scams, scammers, and problematic content to steer clear of. From beggars, scammers, fakers, liars, abusers, and awareness creators that you watch, I'll be here to share it all. I'll be doing it all through showing live streams and adding in comments where appropriate. Be sure to look out for those red flags. So if you want to stay informed on what's really going on in the world of TikTok, then hit that subscribe button and join me on this wild ride. Let's expose the truth together, and reminder, don't send money to anyone on TikTok.
Goals.
This is Jaime Jo Brannon.
That's not going to help.
She claims to run
anything.
a dog
it's
rescue, a DV,
I do everything
hotline,
I do in memory for my
and a bunch
son
of
and
other
my dad.
things that is not
and so
true.
that my daughters see it's never to give up.
Let's see what's going on with her.
Don't
I'll
ever,
fill you
ever,
in
ever
throughout
give
the
up,
video.
Ever in life. Life is too short. So, I have a place to go. It's a little bit of a drive, and I had to do a dog adoption, and I'm up having some Mickey D's hot tea.
It actually looks like she's living in this car now. All of her recent videos have been from inside a car.
Violence Awareness Month, and ladies, just respect yourself. No guy is perfect. There is such a stigmatism on men right now. Don't be part of that stigmatism if you find a guy. Don't let people mislead you into being a man hater or taking every single thing to the extreme. Please.
I have definitely heard her talking like a man hater.
If you need some help, to reach out at any time. I'm not telling you. I'm just saying people's lives are being altered over silliness because of arguments and jealousness. And these are things that are happening to both men and women. They're being falsely accused of domestic violence. And it's certain things that maybe therapy might be able to be worked out, or just make sure before you make that leap to sign papers or put a restraining order on somebody. Just make sure it's really, really, really dire need to do so, because you would change the course of your life and possibly a parent of your child's life, forever. That's something you can never take back and change. And I'm not saying, like I said, my ex wasn't always a crappy dad. He was just a horrible husband.
That is not what she has said in the past.
My kids. Now I'm old enough to look back and say it was just wrong, period, because he should never done anything wrong. But at the time, I was raised in an era that was just a little bit different. And it is what it is. You can't change the past, but don't drown in your sorrows and try to blame anybody. Just try to figure out what part you played in a situation and find peace with it. You can't fix everybody else. All you do is fix yourself. Not even the people you love the most. Believe me, I've tried. And I found it to be a lot more peaceful to just find out where I fit in the puzzle and to fix that part right there and keep it moving. Because I'm only accountable for my own actions and my own words at the end of the day. Whether you want to believe it or not, we all answer that man upstairs. We're all going to get called home. Doesn't matter how. But he knew this before there was even a single hair on our heads. I'm not crazy, people. I'm telling you, you need to read Revelations in the Bible. I promise you. I promise you. There is only going to be one way for salvation through everything that's happening in the world. And it's a spiritual battle, but think about it. Think about all the natural disasters. People vanishing. And my boyfriend explained this to me. I didn't even think about it, but it's just like the Kirk Cameron books, Left Behind. And nobody wants to look at it this way. Everybody just thinks like, oh, la la la, there's no ruler of the world, there's no God, there's no... Okay. you know, all I can do is spread awareness. I believe in Jesus, and I'm a follower of God all the way. I don't push my belief system on anybody else. I don't incorporate any kind of religious belief in the nonprofits that I run at all.
She does
My
not have
sources
any
are free.
nonprofits. She's lying.
And I do free tax work for any veteran. I've got resumes, background checks, everything for you. If you need taxes done, hit me up.
I have found no evidence for that
Any
to
veteran,
be true.
And if you don't know who Dude in the Jeep is, my other veteran buddy, please go check his page out. His buddy's making some really cool candles right now for the vets, and they're going to have a big gathering in Alabama on November 4th. So if you're a veteran in the community, if you're a veteran fan, please go check out Dude in the Jeep and help his cause to help his buddy sell candles and for his get together November 9th in Alabama. If you look up his page, you'll see it's Dude in the Jeep. Very cool vet. He's got a big thing coming up on November 9th, guys. If you could go over there and support him or his buddy who's making those candles, that'd be super cool. You know, I'm going to go in, use the bathroom here, but have a good night, guys. I appreciate who's making those candles. That'd be super cool. You know, I'm going to go in, use the bathroom here, but have a good night, guys. I appreciate guys. Anybody that follows me know I have 2 big dogs, and my girl is not nice. She's a Rottweiler. She's my guard dog. My other one's my service animal. I'm permitted to have those animals under the laws of where I live.
Neither are trained service animals.
Now, I will muzzle 5'2" if I feel like I can't trust her where we're at, or if I have her out in public for my safety, for other people's safety, okay? Because I'm a responsible dog owner. This shelter also allows people to have their animals with them, whether it be a dog, a cat, whatever it might be. And you know, I think that's a great idea if you have this proper space for it. They had a Great Dane, twice the size of both my dogs put together, and my 2 dogs, and a cat and another dog within a small 100 square feet area, I would say, per room. And my female did not get along with the other female, and God forbid anything would ever happened, and the people kept letting the dog walk around without its leash on, coming up to my door. So, you know, I need to know maybe if I'm off key here, because that sounds more like transitional housing to me than a safe house. So if you're a victim of crime and you're looking for somewhere to go, please reach out to me, because I know actual safe houses that you can get into.
No, you don't. I would not recommend reaching out to her.
Made over the summertime. When I entered this safe house, it was legitimately safe. And over the last 5 months, they've gotten grants and they're misusing the money. And I don't think they're doing it on purpose. They're young and excited. And I don't think that they have the proper time behind them to make the financial decisions and to be writing the grants the way they are and using them the way they are. Like, they got a grant to house people for transitional housing. Everybody was told when the meeting was, and for people at work, we were given a QR code. When the time came, the QR code didn't work, and they went and picked the people that were there and got paper applications and left the people that were working out. And when I complained about this, and I even called my senator's office about it and complained about the misuse of these grants, they told me I was intimidating them.
You were probably harassing them.
I very frankly said, I don't know, if you're not doing anything wrong with the grants, how can I intimidate you? Maybe I'm fucking wrong here. Hey, you know, what am I missing? You know, I could be a little bit sarcastic here. But I don't just I don't just run a 24-hour hotline for anybody in mental health crisis.
You do not run a hotline, and you are not trained to do that.
Human and dog survivors of trafficking. In California, dog trafficking for breeding reasons involving the shelters is very much real. Is very much real. I just returned from a trip to Pinyon Hills and Coachella Hills, if that's even how you say it the right way. And I'm going to say it like this. 13 dogs got their best freedom ride ever in life. My heart broke for these dogs so badly after visiting the San Bernardino fucking shelter and buying the rest of them that were abandoned by real life fucking rescues that got them out to turn around and sell them to breeders. And sometimes they get hurt while they're in there, or they have something that makes them not worth anything, and they just get passed around in fight rings. And I'm just telling you the truth here. I'm telling you what I saw with my own fucking eyes.
How do you rescue dogs when they're already in a shelter?
They had hamburgers. They had everything that they could ever want. We took them to KOA parks, you know, that are familiar, that know I do dog rescue. We let these dogs have a real freedom ride back. You know, they got to remember that they are dogs. You know, they're not something that humans are going to use to fight or to breed and leave on a corner or throw back in a shelter, because that's all they knew. You know, and every one of these dogs from San Bernardino has been listed. I have all the paperwork right here with me, and I want you guys to hear this because it's very serious. They've all been listed as bite risks. They had a puppy with a level 5 bite reason putting him down. Listed him as 1.5 years. He's not even 7 months old. I guarantee he's not. He's not. So, you know, I have been to hell and back, and I've made all the wrong choices, and I'm not saying I know all the right ones, but I can pretty much tell you that I've taken the hard way around a lot of things in life. I'm very pig-headed, as my father would say. The domestic violence I survived way back, and then the human trafficking that I survived, has taken a severe toll on me, on top of losing my dad, who was a decorated vet, and losing my son, who lost his battle with mental health after witnessing domestic violence and then being bullied online.
She mentions this on every single live stream.
It's been a long road, and my communication skills are not always the best, but I'm very well educated, and I would never, ever tell anybody a bad thing or lead them in the wrong direction. But if you guys are out there and you need help, or you just need somebody to talk to, my phone is on 24 hours a day.
This is not true. She never gives out a number for any hotline.
And I don't ever feel afraid to pick up the phone and call me, because I never turn a phone call down. And my sleep patterns are really screwed up for my own PTSD, and I get it. You know, my cousin was one of those 22-a-day veterans, and it crushed my family. My son lost his battle with, you know, mental health, and you know, that was really hard to get past. And my daughter chose to be on the streets and, you know, live a horrible life that she deserves so much better. But unfortunately, life did not go exactly that way for her. And
maybe it's because you weren't in her life very much. Maybe it's because you have an extensive criminal record in several states, and you've been in and out of jails and prisons.
If anybody has any contact with Abby, you know, tell her that I'm not mad at her. Keevan, hold on 1 second. I'm not going to pause the live. I'm just going to step out of the car a second. Hold on.
So while she's doing that, I will tell you that she insists that I somehow know her ex-husband and that I'm harassing her. She claims that I'm her ex-husband's girlfriend, which is interesting because I have no idea who her ex is. Again, she has an extensive criminal history in several states, including lots of violent crimes and crimes related to drugs. She's been out in and out of jail for years and years. She's lying about having nonprofits. She does not have any 501c3s. She does not run a hotline. A lot of the stuff she's saying is lying. 99% of the stuff she says are lies. She was in some type of safe house, or shelter program. But the past couple of weeks, whenever she's gone live from inside this car and not from inside that shelter or program. I suspect that she is not residing there anymore.
This morning, there's a water bowl right there. I'm in the middle of the fucking line, and there you go. There's a water bowl. The food bowls were in the bag. I'll be in a second. But what I was telling you guys is my phone is on 24 hours a day, with my nonprofit. I am not a licensed therapist or anything like that, but I'm here to talk to you. I'm not going to call nobody on you. I'm just here. I get it.
She does not run a 24-hour hotline.
And unfortunately, some of us that suffer mental health issues due to trauma and crimes committed against us or abuse committed against us are now in danger in this country because of lack of help and the new, stuff going on. And I want you guys to know that not everybody is all up with that crap. I'm not. I'm here. And I'm just a person that survived a lot of stuff, and I don't care who you are or where you're from. Please pick up the phone and call me. Because you know what? When you get that thought, you've already overcome it. If you can say, look, I had that bad thought and I'm not okay, but you're already through it. So pick up the phone and let somebody help talk you back all the way back.
Please do not call her. Call someone that's qualified to do that.
Anytime any of you need to talk. If you need to find a safe house or something, reach out. I do know legitimate ones. I'm just unfortunately in the state here that I came back to when I was terminal with cancer. I'm cancer free now. I really don't even care to stay here at this point. Money and greed has taken over the state of Montana. The people are going crazy here. The real basket cases are the big money people coming in and just terrorizing, the people that are here for generations. And, that's all I have to say about it. But I'm going to go make some coffee.